I'm Scott Fishman.
I'm Jon Dwoskin.
And this is the 7-Minute Salesman.
Welcome, everybody.
Hey, Jon, what's going on?
Fish, good morning. How are you?
Doing great, man. As always, we're recording a podcast.
Yeah, me too. I cannot believe it's the end of 2020.
Holy shit, I know. I mean, I've seen all these, T-shirts like "Cancel 2020," like all these like crazy things. But I mean, at the end of the day, there's some craziness that's gone on, but I think we've learned a lot, and we'll look back on this as definitely a learning experience and some forced change that maybe in some ways helped us. I don't know.
Yeah, I concur with that. I think, and we've talked about this. There were so many studies pre-COVID that said that by the year 2030, 85% of the jobs that existed don't exist today. And I think COVID moved us from 2020 to about 2025.
Yeah.
And really accelerated all of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I like how you said concur. It's such a good word, Jon.
It's a good word. Although I never know how to spell it with one R or two. So I always have to spell check it. But it's why I do love that word.
Yeah. How many C's do you use, though?
Just one. No. Two. Excuse me. Right. It's one of those words I don't.
CONCUR. Concur.
I don't have a big vocabulary, and that word makes me feel like I do. So I appreciate you recognizing the word.
Gotcha. Absolutely.
All right, Fish, Jon, kick us off.
Yeah, I think we started off kind of where we were going with our little chitter chatter in the beginning was about COVID and things that has changed. And I think that rolls right into what we're going to talk about today, folks. And that's really just thinking about your plan and not just your yearly business plan, because that's an overarching theme that we're going to be talking about, but more your daily plan and the key metrics that you deal with on a daily basis and what your non-negotiables are on a daily basis, and just taking some time right now as hopefully things are slowing down for you, at least for a couple days. I know we keep preaching that it's, this is a time to take advantage and make hay while the sun shines and take advantage of market share while other people are sleeping. But now's the time to kind of sit back and look at what you need to do on a daily basis. Yeah.
Well said, Fish. Well said. Let's dive into some of what you said, key metrics. If you don't already know your 3 driving leading metrics that you need to do on a daily basis, as far as the daily plan, those are key. And one of the things I always see is sometimes people try to overshoot their key metrics, right? So especially in sales, and when people feel behind or their pipeline is behind where they want it to be, they'll say, I'm going to pound out, 70 calls a day. And I'm going to, it's like they make their goals way too big that if they even hit them, sometimes they get burnt out. And I think you and I are both fans of picking realistic numbers that you can hit on a consistent basis, because that compounds over time. And so those leading metrics, whether it be calls, tracking your incoming calls, your outgoing calls, your contacts, the amount of proposals, or however you talked about your proposals, if you need to database, whatever those leading activities that grow your pipeline on a daily basis, those should always be top of your list as far as your key metrics. And again, just lower the bar for consistency.
Agreed. It's much easier to hit a goal and then run through it than it is to never hit that goal. I mean, there's something psychologically, and I know different people are wired differently, right? So there are some people that have to set that goal at 150% of what they think they can do.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're never going to hit that 100%. And then there's others that literally they can see a goal, they envision how to get there, and they hit it. And I'm one of those people. I don't like to set a fake goal. And to me, with the people that I lead, if I set a goal that's completely outrageous, I think sometimes you're defeated before you even start.
Yeah, and you need those wins. I mean, you need, as a salesperson, you need those daily wins.
Right. So I something you had said there was, number one, make them attainable, but also something you said earlier that before we started recording was to fit this on a 3x5 card.
Yeah.
And I love that. And to me, it simplifies. And again, you're not overshooting your day. You're not saying I've got 10 pages of things I have to accomplish today. If it fits on a 3x5 card, you can achieve it. You can do it.
Yeah. And then just then just going back to your non-negotiables, just make a new 3x5 card at the end of every day of what you got to do tomorrow. Right. I don't know how much we're going to get into the overarching yearly business plan today, but you have your overarching business plan. We've talked about it on many shows, the 12-year plan that you reverse engineer to the quarter, to the month, to the week, to the day. So we're talking today about the day. And so we're assuming that you have a yearly business plan, which you should. And then if you reverse engineer it and know what you got to do on the day, just every day kind of make that new 3x5 card. Key clients you need to call that day, key prospects you need to call that day. And to even get more specific, maybe you pick a number for yourself, 3 new clients every day, or 2 new clients every day, or even 1 new client every day. Because depending on the business you're in, you may have to do a lot of research. Some people don't. So, but pick that number and just be consistent.
Yes. And I'm going to jump around a little bit here, kind of circling back. I feel like I do that a lot lately. I'm not sure with this, my conversationalism here. But I want to circle back on something is that right now rethinking what we're doing. And what I mean by that is we've our priorities and what we need has changed recently. So rethink what you're doing on a daily basis. Look at what your non-negotiables were for 2020 on a daily and kind of decide, is this actually something that's getting me something? Am I getting something out of it? Is it moving me forward in my business? Is it moving my career forward? Or is it just, I call it, sales masturbation sometimes. Like it feels good to say that you did all this stuff, but at the end of the day, did any of it actually help?
Yeah.
If it's not helping you, take it off your 3x5 card and put something in there that can help you.
Yeah. Amen, Fish. That was really well said. I see so many people, and I know you do too, really, really busy, but getting nowhere.
Right.
And I love what you had to say. And I think that's a great question to ask yourself, is this moving me forward? I mean, that's a great question. I mean, when you look at the 3x5 card business plan or any business plan or any day, and you ask yourself, is this moving me forward? Because if it's keeping you where you are, I agree with everything you just said. You got to prune.
Right. And we've done, you and I, we've known each other for years, and we both like to hit the gym. We're not muscle bound, behemoths by any means, but we like to take care of ourselves. And I think of what we do, sales as a muscle as well.
Yeah.
And think about the times where you go to the gym and you can actually have a workout that does nothing.
Yeah.
Like you can hit every machine or every weight, but you're just moving lightweight around. You're not doing anything that actually is going to tax your muscles. And it's the same thing with what we do in business. We have to tax our muscles. We have to stress ourselves out. We have to push a little bit more in order to grow.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's talk about pushing a little bit, because I think that's a great topic. The same level of consciousness that got people to where they are today is not going to get them to where they need to get to tomorrow. And so I think you need to almost commit yourself. And another question maybe to ask yourself is, how can I grow 1% today? Right. And so just piggybacking off of your question, will this move me forward? Am I growing X part of my business 1%? Right? You may have different buckets of your business, but every day you should be asking yourself, how many buckets of my business did I grow 1% today? Did I grow personally? Did I grow, mentally? I mean, spiritually, business wise? I mean, looking at all of those, I think is really, really key, because you can bullshit your manager, your boss, or your this, but if you ask yourself the question and increase your level of awareness, then it will hopefully spark something in you to really hold yourself more accountable to growing your game.
Jon, I love that. Hold yourself accountable.
Yeah.
We're in business. Obviously, we all have goals for our companies. We have goals for whoever else we work for. But at the end of the day, don't lie to yourself. Grow yourself and actually make the moves. And that's what this is all about, folks. Just sit down, put pen to paper, figure out what it's going to take, and just do it.
That's a drop mic. That's a drop mic. You got to do the work, right? And just do it. I agree.
All right. Well, then I am going to drop the mic, Jon.
That's good. That was good. This is a great episode. Listen, simple. It's so simple. It's complicated, Fish. And we've given people hopefully the push to sit down today or set a time in their schedule to at some time in the next couple of days to actually plan, because you can quantify planning. If you plan your business out and if you hit your goals, they will compound over time and you will make more money. You will close more sales. You will have more fun and you will grow your business and yourself.
Jon, I concur.
Thanks, Fish. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thanks, everybody, for listening. Now, no excuses. It's time to put everything you listen to into action. Stop bullshitting yourself. Stop lying to yourself. Stop listening and doing nothing with this information. Take this information, implement it into your day, kick some ass, grow your business, grow your sales, make more money, have more fun, have a better life, period. The end.
What he said.